go first?
Yeah.
You're Max and I'm Benji.
Are you?
I don't know. Who's to say?
Who's to say? I'm Max from Slenderbodies.
I'm Benji.
And we're here with Dark Matter.
So you guys are currently in Oregon. How are you liking it so far?
We love Oregon. It's like one of the best states.
It's so beautiful. We went out to the beach yesterday and it was super misty everywhere, like Lord of the Rings style. Yeah. So that was really nice. Yeah, it's just very picturesque.
And you've been on tour with Milky Chance for a couple days now. How are you liking it so far?
They're amazing. They're just like one of the best performers we've seen, and just like super hardworking guys. We're just stoked to be on the road with them and like learn from them.
Yeah.
And you've toured before, so what's that like for you? Do you have any favorite parts about it, or like least favorite parts?
I think our favorite thing is always like the exploration we get to do. Like this tour, we got to go through Yellowstone, which was great. Like we're definitely about like the nature aspect of it. So when we did our last tour with Paris, we saw Banff National Park in Canada. So that's been our favorite part, is just like seeing these grandiose displays of beauty everywhere. As we're all like music brought us here, which is like a great thing, you know.
Do you have any favorite tour memories?
There's so many.
There's so many.
Yeah.
We've dived in all sorts of freezing lakes. We've played all sorts of like car games together. We've like ended up in like really random like abandoned buildings, just exploring, just in the middle of nowhere. Some of our favorite memories, like show based, is probably like when you see the crowd just like singing along to your songs, or like being super into your music, or meeting the people after the shows and people just being so enthused with the music, even people that have never heard about us before being super excited and just being like, wow, I'd never heard of you guys before, but I'm a fan now.
Yeah,
that's been really cool.
A really special experience was like when we were out with Paris, we had some people who had come just to see us, and so interacting with them for the first time, they're like, we came here to see you, but we really like Paris as well. Talking to them after, we played a headline show in New York. That was really fun to interact with all these people who were really there to see us for the first time, because we never experienced that before. So going on this headline run, after Milky Chance is going to be really, really special because of that reason. And we're excited to meet all the people who just really love our music.
And you'll be heading to Europe later this month. What does that mean for you guys? Or how are you feeling about that?
I'm super nervous. I've never been to Europe, so we're going to see how it goes. But I'm excited too. It's going to be really, really cool, I think.
Yeah, I've only been to the UK, so like every other country is a new place for me. But I'm excited to explore it. It's going to be a lot of airplanes, lots of flying around, but it should be fine.
We're going to watch a lot of movies on the planes and then just get used to that. But it'll be interesting to get a whirlwind tour of like so many places, I think, and be there and playing music in all these different, countries and with a bunch of different cultures, and just like experiencing it all in like a really condensed period of time. Because like obviously I want to go back, but we're going to do it like this, and I'll know exactly what I want when I go back for a trip.
And do you guys have a favorite song to perform live?
All of them have been really fun this tour. I think we have a single coming out at the end of the month called The One, and that's been just a blast.
That's been really fun. Anything off of our upcoming EP has just been fun to play so far.
Yeah.
When you guys aren't touring and playing shows, what do you guys usually do?
Write music. That's like probably the number one thing, and then go on lots of hikes, go on lots of runs, explore nature all the time, and just
we see our friends.
See our friends. That's like
Yeah, just like just normal stuff. And then we both had the same friends since we were like kids, individually. So I'll go back home and see my friends and do whatever with them in the city, and he sees his friends, and we'll just hang out, play video games. Nintendo Switch.
Right. And how did you guys come up with the name Slenderbodies? Since it's such a weird but cool name.
It was kind of a happenstance. Like we were just talking names of stuff that like fit the project essentially, and we settled on that. There's a light, airy quality to the music. I think it's kind of floaty, and so Slenderbodies fits it in like a similar way as a descriptor.
Yeah, and at the same time, it's kind of an oxymoron because it's like slender, and then bodies is like big, like to have a lot of body is to be like things. So I think the music kind of treads a line between being like heavy, dancey, like electronic bass music with this really soft, alternative, airy side to it. So.
And you guys have a very different sound, and I really can't compare it to anyone else. How would you describe your style?
We generally fall under the category of indie pop. but I would say we like to think that we just like to experiment, and our sound is our sound because we like that. It's like we write music that we like to listen to, and it's like an amalgamation of everything that we like to listen to, like put together and then experimented on based on things we like to do and the skill sets that we have.
All right, and what inspires you guys? Do you have any favorite musicians or bands?
What we kind of like to do is like talk like current inspiration. So we've been listening to, recently we've been listening to a lot of like a band called Palace was like a big inspiration for our last record, and recently we've been listening to Andrew Bird.
Yeah, on tour.
That's been huge. That's been a big one, and just like, you know, I think it's ever changing. Our content guy actually just introduced us to Bob Moses, so I'm kind of excited to dig deeper into his catalog.
Yeah, Bob Moses will be huge, I think, coming up for us. But you know, Sabrina Claudio, there's people who have been like consistent inspirations for us, and so it's been exciting to carry them from one record into the next. And I think that that's something that Bob Moses especially, I can see that influencing a lot of records in Palace too.
And you guys seem very active on social media. You interact with a lot of fans, as we saw there. What does social media mean for you guys as a band?
A lot. It means a lot, I think.
It means a lot, but also before this, I think both of us were like really bad at social media, so it's been like this big learning curve to just get good at social media, and like, cause we do enjoy the aspect of like being able to interact with the crowds, but like prior to like this project, neither of us like we rarely spent time on social media, so. Yeah.
I think, I mean, I can speak for myself. I used it to catch up with my friends because they were scattered around the country or whatever. So to kind of extend that mindset to interacting with people we've never met before who are just coming to us because they like the music and they want to connect is really special. I think to treat it with an air of gratitude is like very important to us, and that kind of keeps us going. And yeah, it's really cool how you can talk to people around the world, and it's exciting to make connections with brands who are excited about your work and be excited about other people's works and support them through that way. Like, I love when I see, you know, people like Jaden Smith collaborating with like random people just because of the internet, because there is that window with Instagram or whatever.
All right, and now to get into your music, you guys just released a cover of Toxic by Britney Spears. Why that song, and how did that come to be?
So it totally started as a joke. At first we're like, what if this was like a year ago probably. Yeah. We were like, what if we covered a Britney Spears song? Yeah. And then we just started singing random Britney Spears song in the car, like while we were driving around places. And Toxic, every time we sang Toxic, we're like, okay, this is actually kind of cool.
It's a really well done song. It's super good.
So eventually we're just like, we need to record this. Like, this is a cool idea. And we put it together, we sent it to our team, and everybody's like, this is crazy, we need to put this out. And we're like, okay. Yeah. So that was like the story behind it, is like a joke turned into something kind of special. So happy accidents.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, and you guys just released a new single a couple months called Take You Home, which is amazing, by the way. I have it on repeat. How did that come to be?
So that was a song that we'd sat with the idea for a long time, but we were kind of waiting for the right way to put it together. And so as we were constructing our upcoming EP, we were like, this song we can actually like kind of fit into this style and like make it shape the rest of the EP in a sonic way.
This was written when Fabulous was being put together. Yeah. And like we've been writing a ton of songs, and Take You Home was written as an old demo at the time. And when we were working on Soraya, this song just kind of popped back into our lives as we were listening through old demos, and we were like, this is actually perfect for the EP. So we just fully recreated it in the style of Soraya.
And the lyrics really hit for us as well. I think it's something that we like to do, is go through our old catalog and see what's sticking now, because obviously when we wrote those songs we felt a connection to the lyrics and the songwriting. So to experience it again
reconnection
now, it's nice to have that reconnection. Yeah.
And is there any reason why you picked that song to be the first one as a single off your EP?
It was a nice bridge.
I think it encompasses the EP in a good way. So you know what you get out of Take You Home we experiment to different sides of like what that song has to offer around it. So it's almost like the EP supports the song in a really special way.
Yeah.
All right, and you guys produce and you write and you record your own songs. What's an average day in the studio like for you?
Lots of fruit.
Yeah. Snacks are huge.
Snacks are huge, you know. Hanging out, and we like to say that we can have conversations on guitar. So usually a day in the studio is like a long conversation on guitar.
Yeah, and that goes for other production elements too. I think we're pretty versatile in switching back and forth, and we're really good communicating, so we can really hear each other. So that conversation will start on guitar and it'll carry throughout the day, but we'll just throw elements at each other and be like, what about this, what about that? And
sometimes it's not even in the studio. It's like, we'll be like, hey, you want to go to this park and write? Or do you want to go do this hike with our travel guitars and and write? And some of the best songs have come out in nature.
What do you guys have planned for the future, and do you have any new songs coming out?
Soraya, the EP Soraya comes out next month. The following single from Soraya comes out this month. So keep your eye out for those, and we're still just getting started. So expect a lot more music further beyond that. And more content in general, like, you know, music videos and stuff like that. Like, that's a world we haven't really dived in yet, but it's coming.
Do you have any visions for music videos yet, or?
We recorded one just a while back, a couple weeks ago, so that's going to be on the horizon. And then we're already starting to like brainstorm what we want other visuals to be like for Soraya, and also for, you know, other music that we have for the future as well.